Hello and welcome, I'm JD, and today we're going to play 4v4 on pillars. We're going to bring Task Force Oak so that we can show some of the tactics that you can use with Task Force Oak as a new player. I haven't modified this in any way, it's just stock standard as you would normally load it up if you open the fleet editor. So we'll see what we can do. We'll just talk some tactics along the way, and hopefully it's something you can use in your games. Alright, so when deploying with Task Force Oak, you want to keep these two ships together. You want to make it, you want to have them together so that they can move around the map, support each other mutually with point defense. I think we will go maybe right. See who's going where. I think we're going to go right. So one thing with Task Force Oak and a few of its limitations is that you've only got two ships. Now, whilst one has a spyglass and the other one has a parallax and they both have locks, you're going to be able to... they do suffer from the lack of mobility, so they're not going to move very quickly around the map. So we need someone else to do that for us. We can see within our little bubble, and we can have mutually supportive protection in the form of the auroras and the flak that are mounted on both sides. They all both have chaff, and they both have locks as well, so we should be okay in that regards. We are going to be quite tanky. You can see that they both have locks, they both have cannons, all locked into the same group, and we have a fair amount of shells now. So we have a torpedo, a heavy cruiser over there. We've got some frigates, which is good, and some light cruisers. So let's actually go high, I think. We're going to make use of cover here.
They'll be there before you know it.
In actual fact, we need someone to take C. I'm just thinking of these 250mm guns with torpedoes, some torpedo and missile frigates, and it looks like some torpedoes. Okay, so we have a lot of torpedoes and not a lot of there's only a few, two primarily gun-based craft, so I'm actually thinking we'll keep down on the rock here.
Moving to that position. They'll be there before
So what I'm hoping is that we can capture B and then maybe swing around. But at the moment I don't know where any of the enemy is, so I just want to keep these two ships together. I might actually throw them in a formation soon. But we're capturing D, which is good, so early points on the board. Nothing at B. Once Rifty has captured D, we're going to move around, and then by then we should have some vision of what's there. We've got a missile being waypointed there. It's pretty slow. Not sure what that is. That's a pretty good waypoint. Something up there as well. So these are probably small scout craft. Here we go. Size 3 missiles. Remember, if you click on missiles, you can see what they do.
Yes, Commander.
A little bit of jamming. So the guns are tracking up there, so I think we should be okay to push across this empty space.
We are en route. The enemy is securing zone boxer. Moving to that position.
Good use of terrain there. Something over there. Something over here. That's maybe a battleship. I'm not sure what that is. Our guns have a range of 11k, so that's okay. These being... Oh, let's have a look here. I can't see anything. Something with an Aurora. With a 250. That's a battleship. There's a one hit on a battleship.
Quiet. Commands on the line.
Now, we don't have any jamming, so we actually need someone to do that for us. Now, one thing you don't have to do with Task Force Oak is you don't have to just rush in. So we're going to make good use of cover. I'm just going to see what we can do. We don't want to get into a brawl that we can't particularly win.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
These light cruisers are coming up and away, so that's good. Let's just keep going forward. Missiles here. Remember, if you click on the missiles, you can see where they're going. I'm not sure what these are. They're looking. Crack. Okay, 2 hits. 3rd hit. Okay. A size 2 hybrid.
Yes, Commander.
Now here, I actually think what we can do is as we come across, we may be able to lock those. Something's down at E, but they're not detecting us. We're not detecting them. Some more missiles here coming in. Say...
The enemy secured zone eclipse.
So I'm just keeping the two heavy cruisers together. They're going to work well in tandem. We may actually go up and around here, I think.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
What are these light cruisers doing? They're just surviving at the moment. They're detected. I'm not detected, so that's all right.
Center traffic. That's outside effective range, Commander.
Okay, let's climb.
Force laid in.
So we know that there's destroyers up here, so we'll get that. So if you're a newer player as well, at the moment there's a lot of things going on screen, but I actually am okay with just being jammed at the moment because it's not really bothering me. Like, I'm not trying to do any actions.
Force laid in. We are en route, Commander.
This is probably the dangerous part here, is just crossing this space. We do need to take C because they're starting to get ahead on points.
Awaiting more orders, Commander. Center traffic. We hear you, Command. Now let's finish him. Missiles on the scope. Center traffic.
Fair amount of missiles there, but that's all right. Auroras are making short work of them.
Standing by. Enemy fire. Incoming. We hear you, Command.
Looks like the enemy's lost somebody.
Standing by. Aye, Commander. Locking them up.
Cool, so we've identified a reins. So we used a burn through there just to get through the jamming. Now we're putting some HE on it. We've got enough HE to spare these days, and we've got a fair amount of ships to do it, so we should be able to make short work of this. See all the hits occurring there.
What are our orders, Commander?
Let's also lock this other one.
Our sensors are all over the place. Ready. Aye, Commander.
Yeah, see, this is the one jamming us.
Quiet. Command's on the line. We can take him. Firing on that target.
So now we'll fire on 9989. I think this one up here has had enough. Deactivate the priority. We're now going to get this missile ship here.
Standing by.
Now what we can do is we just zoom out a little bit. What we can do is start to move our ships apart. So let's send this one down and let's send this one up.
Moving to that position.
Just makes it harder for the excuse me, it just makes it a bit harder for the jamming. It makes it a little bit harder for everything else. Not sure what these other ones are yet, but that's okay. We will find out what they are in a second.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
This one's still alive.
What are our orders, Commander? Component destroyed. Turning up the engines now. Course laid in.
That one's dead.
Awaiting your orders, Commander. Target lock achieved. Engaging. Ready. Engaging. Firing solution locked.
And so now we're going to start firing at these ones. They are quite slow, so I'm just wondering what they are. That one's dead. And we're just letting our teams know what's going on. Now it's a dive with both.
Moving. Send your traffic. What are our orders, Commander? Ready.
Keep locking.
Quiet. Command's on the line. Awaiting orders, Commander. Quiet. Command's on the line. Standing by. Awaiting your orders, Commander. Standing by.
So let's have a look at our
What are our
ships.
orders, Commander?
Looks like we took some damage here on the DC lockers, so let's restore. Let's do a restore here. So we've still got two restores in there that we want to get back, and two there. So let's do that.
We hear you, Command. Target confirmed. Negative. That target is out of our range. We'll be there before you know it. Engaging. Firing solution locked in. Firing on that target. Target locked. What are our orders, Commander? Target confirmed. Send your traffic.
So now I want to keep both of these ships together. So they're only within a few hundred meters of each other. Let's have a look. They're only within about a K of each other. So certainly well within Auroras to still continue to support each other, which is what we want to go at this point. So let's bring them down.
Orders, Commander. Standing by.
Let's bring number 1 down in here, and number 2 just in there.
That position.
Now, so our friend's moving into... Chin-Chan is moving into C. Still got some missiles coming out from Baka. Now there's a Solomon here, but it's sort of caught out in the middle. So, is it firing RPF? It's firing RPF rounds, which is interesting.
Standing by.
And I'm just going to put this one in a formation with this one, actually. Actually, I won't. So eventually we'll be able to slide out and start attacking that one. And there's a keystone up here too that... these are going for the Solomon, to be honest. And so we're now just going to start firing on this one.
We hear you, Command. We are en route, Commander. Moving to that position.
Like we got some missiles there, maybe.
Yes, Commander. Ready.
Want to keep these two ships working in tandem.
Moving.
So we'll soon be able to start firing. There we go. HE guns are firing. And so one thing that you can do is target the track, and then eventually once your guns are unmasked, they will start engaging. So now we're just firing 2 lots of HE at the Solomon.
Set your traffic. Awaiting your orders, Commander.
Is there a truck there? That's killed. Ooh. Oh, it's chaff. That's what it is.
Hear you, Command. Awaiting orders, Commander.
The enemy is securing
Awaiting
zone
your
dagger.
orders, Commander.
Where's Dagger? Why is the enemy capturing D?
Ready.
So see, now that I've captured E, what I'm actually going to do is start to leapfrog this one forward and go to A.
Moving. Yes, Commander.
And once... Have I slid out there? There we go. Now I'll also move my other ship into A. And we can just continually fire on this Solomon here.
Standing by.
In fact, I may... just put these two in a formation. Yeah, like
Warming
that.
up.
So they'll work to get there by themselves. Let's set them to loose using a formation command. So holding the shift key.
Ready.
Yeah, you can see they're both set to loose now. So they'll move under their own speed. You can see that we're firing on those tracks. More tracks there.
Yes, Commander.
And we could probably almost finish firing on these guys soon. They've got no power. Their lights are off there. The bridge is damaged. I'm actually just going to keep firing because I don't want them to come back online, and I have nothing else to shoot at for now. Something's sitting in there. I don't know. So these Random frigates.
Awaiting more orders, Commander.
Okay. Now, there's a temptation here if you're playing to split these up. And I don't think that's a good choice. You know, even though we could run to B, I don't want to do that. Let's cancel fire there. I just want my ships to run together, be part of, look after each other. And we've got a few more restores. So that's basically just how I'm going to play this game. It's, again, we forgot this earlier, but we get an extra 2 restores here because of the locker. So let's do that. There's nothing here that I want to fix yet. So we're doing pretty well there. Oh, okay, they're getting shots on 8281, so that's good.
We're locked on to target. Engaging.
That's still alive. Now, normally you would not fire heavy cannons on a frigate, but I have quite a few left over. So I'm going to just try. We are also moving closer. Well, we lost the track. That's all right. The 250s were also going in there as well, so they should be able to capture that. There were frigates out here, so that could be interesting. We'll maybe find where they are. But at the moment, both of these ships just going together.
Waiting orders, Commander.
Let's just change where I want this up.
I command, assuming formation.
Quiet. Command's on the line.
Did I clear fire? Is everyone still firing?
Waiting
Yeah,
orders,
no one's
Commander.
firing. So yeah, the aim of this game has just been move these in concert together. So the Auroras have a range of 4,000, so at 1,000 meters around, they still have the ability to. If I select this one,
Send your traffic.
they still have the ability to sort of support each other out to about 4,000 there. So they've got good coverage. They've got a little bit of overlapping with the flak, and they have a fair amount of firepower that they can apply to certain
Command's on the line.
to certain enemies to take them out. Like we were able to put a coordinated amount of fire onto a battleship. Now that wasn't just us. That was a lot that was done by Baka over there. But
You're securing zone atlas.
you know, I'd like to think we helped.
Now let's finish them. Turning up the engines now. We're locked on to target. Target confirmed.
Send your traffic. Firing on that target.
Let's just check if our shots are hitting. You can see the spread that's occurring. Ooh, almost. And this is generally why you don't fire 450 millimeters at frigates and corvettes, is because it's quite hard to, even with a lock, to get hits on. But as we start to get a few in each salvo, nothing there, but we got 2 before.
Commander, turning up the engines
You then
now.
start to make it a little bit easier as they slow down, you get damage on them. Yeah, there you go. We're starting to get a couple more there. So size 3 hybrids. No idea where they're going. There. I'm surprised I even saw that. Where's D? Oh, D's over there. We're capturing D. There we go. Missed. Okay.
We are
We are
securing
en
zone
route,
box.
Commander.
Yeah, so we're getting that one. D's been captured. B's been captured.
Enemy missile on the scope.
Let's mark that one as a priority.
We have secured zone dagger.
And I think it's ejecting life pods. Can't tell. Nope, they're missiles.
Missiles
See that?
on the scope.
You see that the Flark and the Auroras are doing fairly well together. We'll just drop some additional chaff, but I think it should be okay.
What are our orders, Commander?
The Auroras are largely taking care of everything, and then the Flak there is just sort of nice.
The enemy secured
So
zone.
yeah, if I was to sum up Task Force Oak's tactics, keep your ships close, target and focus down something. So each time I haven't really tried to spread too much of the fire, apart from that one time we were out the back here engaging the frigates, just because I thought I could probably get a little bit of damage on both. Aim for the larger targets first. You've definitely got the punching power for it. It is hard to hit the fast-moving corvettes and frigates. You will eventually clip them. However, is that the best use of your cannon fire? I'd argue no. So keep those shots really reined in for when you actually need to, unless you have a surplus like me and you can sort of spend them a little bit more casually. Take 1 point and then move to the next. And then if you can ask your teammates to follow you, to help you, that's what you want to do. Have that, if you don't have that pre-built lobby. I've never played with any of these players before, you know, and they all did really well. You want to then just ask them, hey, can you do this? They don't have to, but we took C that way. We got the two light cruisers from Rifty came and helped us as we moved around and made that push on that right-hand side above E. They were then able to peel off and then go engage smaller targets, which are better suited for the light cruisers. And we had support from Shin Chan and from Baka the whole time, throwing missiles everywhere. You know, he's done 42,000 damage and took out, I would attribute the battleship's destruction to him. Where is that battleship? I would attribute that battleship to Baka and all these missiles, as well as the support from Shin Chan, who was taking out a lot of those smaller ships. It's unfortunate that Flying Toaster disconnected and that Eco Surfer ended up with a ship that he's probably not familiar with playing, but that's just sometimes how the games go. So yeah, that's my thoughts on how to play Task Force Oak to start with. I'll keep trying to play through the starter fleets just to give you a bit of an idea. But I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.